Hi, I'm Dr. Regina Spellmon, and I have the privilege to sit and chat with none other than the Tanya Baker, spiritual life coach, as many of you know her. But I know her as daughter. And so we're just sitting here chatting about, the event that's coming up. Why Girlfriends in God?
Well, as you know, I started Girlfriends in God out with Talia Smith. People know her father as LL Cool J.
Okay.
And it was something we wanted to do because I started counseling all of her friends. It was just really weird. It was like all of her friends, all of her, even her mother's friends, people were gravitating to me, family members. And I started counseling them, and it's like, I was like, wow, these are real girls. Like, these are my girlfriends too. They all became friends. They became more than people that I counseled, they became friends. And I just think between those women and all of the women in my life that I've encountered, like, I'd always wonder, how am I counseling people older than me? Like, how am I? It's funny because Sally's like that too.
Yeah.
And we just got to talking, and I was like, I want to do something to kind of take this thing to another level. I want to make it bigger than just us. How can we empower women? And so we started having these Girlfriend in God pajama parties. You've been to them.
I remember that.
So much fun.
So much fun.
Remember the Carly B?
Yes. Honey, and that dance.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
So much fun.
So
Yes.
Fun. And it just, now it's evolving. We've always had the smaller events, the pajama parties. So now we're evolving because I just think it's time. We think it's time to take it to the world. We think we want to open it up to more girlfriends.
Well, that's awesome. So what is it, since we're talking about opening it up to the world, so when they come to be a part of this event, like, what can they get? What will they receive when they arrive?
Wow. First of all, they're going to receive an audience with my good girlfriends, people that I value, that I love, my mom, just people that I love, people that have rocked with me throughout all my trials and tribulations in life. And again, as I talk about in the book, we don't see that anymore. And I want to give women hope that that's still out there. There's still women out there that are going to love you through your trials and your tribulations, that are not going to look at you as something less valuable because you've been through something ugly. And they're not judging you. They don't think that they're God, because guess what? Their stories are ugly too.
Come on, we all have stories. That's all we have. I was sharing that earlier. The story is all that we have. And how do we overcome the devil? By the blood of the Lamb and the word of our what? Our testimony, honey. So so many women, so many of us carry a story that God wants to use to be beneficial to other women. And of course, I've been with you and walking through your story. And can you share a little bit, just briefly, about, don't give them too much, because we want you there.
We want you there.
But tell us a little bit about what they will be hearing from the spiritual life coach.
Well, I would really want to point out one of the young women that my good girlfriend Savage interviewed. I think if people knew the backstory behind our testimony and how we came to know each other, it goes against the norm. It goes against what society says should happen in our situation.
Wow.
But I was determined with her to create a new story that was, you always tell me so weird. You always say, what's her story? You're her, you're the her, and what's your story? Yeah. But you always told me too, you write that story. Whatever you're saying, you dictate that story. You don't let other people write the story for you. So looking at the situation, I wanted love to be the storyline. I wanted God's forgiveness to be the storyline. And I wanted to show people that no matter what life throws us, we can dictate that story. We can make the testimony. We can rewrite it. So that's what they're gonna get. Maybe they'll find the backstory. I don't know, maybe they'll get that, but what they're gonna get is the stories of my girlfriend. Every last girlfriend that I chose to speak, those women have been, listen, Listen.
Yes, and I've met them.
Listen.
It's
Your
gonna
own
be
story.
dynamic. Oh yeah. Oh,
Listen.
yeah. Yes.
Don't let this pretty feel. Don't.
Yeah.
Like that's too, that's like my pet peeve
Yes.
too, because people see the pretty.
That's right.
They say we dress well, we
Right.
dress it up well.
Mhm.
But baby, we're dressing up pain,
Come on.
real struggle. You
Come on.
know,
Yes.
witnessing what I've been going through recently.
Yes.
You, Savage, everybody knows.
Yes.
But I choose not to let that dictate how I love and how my expression of who God is to me, because we show whether or not we're in relationship with God for real based on how we respond to negativity in our life. And I want them phone calls that you was getting 3, 4, 5 times.
In the wee hours of the night, those days I didn't get to sleep.
Yeah.
I remember those. Yeah. Yes.
I want to take the girlfriends inside those calls.
Yes.
And I want them to see that people will love you through your ugly story.
Yes. Yes.
And they will not drop you. I always say, and I always say I was the baby in Ezekiel 16, 17,
Yes.
where the baby was lying in the blood in his own field, and here comes God, pick the baby up. I was like that baby, and then you come pick me up and say, let me make you beautiful and adorned. But he said, don't get out there and act like the rest of them people.
Right.
Because once the baby got dressed up, the baby got a little
Yes.
fun.
Yeah.
Well, I thank God I got it, So that's what I want to teach people. You can be lying in your own blood. But there's a girlfriend out there that has been through what you've been through.
Yes.
That have fought the fight you're fighting, divorce, loneliness, rejection, abuse, losing children. My girlfriend Savage lost her children, and I look at her in awe, like
how did you get through this?
I'm like, how do I get the opportunity to cry about my story?
Yeah.
I haven't lost nothing. I lost a marriage, but I didn't lose a child.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know what that's like, and I don't know what it's like for Christina to be addicted to porn at 6 years old. I don't know what it's like for you. And I literally sleeping on what you always say, a box spring.
A box spring after being raped 3 times.
Raped 3 times.
Yeah.
Like I don't,
Yeah.
and I'm crying about it. No.
Yes. Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And divorce.
And divorce.
Yeah.
And I mean, I remember you calling you with a gun in my mouth.
Yep.
And I was gonna end it. And you like, no, your story's not ending here. So this is what girlfriends, and it makes me emotional, y'all, because it's just, I know we're filming, but this is something I want y'all to catch. It makes me emotional because I want every girl to feel the love that you gave me, to feel the love that first God gave me. And to know that there are going to be women that are going to rise up in your life that are going to push you to God and going to push you to greatness. And that's what they're going to get. Whole lot of tears, whole lot of laughter. We're going to party like it's 1999 too and eat good.
Y'all, she said a mouthful here, and I know you somewhere in this conversation, or just in her sharing your story, you fit somewhere in here, in the storyline. And what we want you to know is that we are the real girlfriends. You're looking for some real girlfriends. You're looking for some real people to connect with, some real people that can hold your story, that won't take it and just throw it around as if it's not important. Somebody that can hold you while God is taking you through this. And I'm telling you, don't want to miss this moment. And we really didn't get to talk about the book, but let me tell you, the book is gonna, when you walk away, you'll be able to walk away with a portion, a piece of us, as you walk away with Girlfriends in God with this book. It's amazing. She did an incredible job putting it all together. But just know, we are here for you. And why don't you just come on out while we're coming out as well, October the 26th. We will see you there.
See you there.